We Greeks were famous for stories about our gods and heroes, which are known as myths. Some of them were really gruesome and horrible too, like this one, the story of Kronos, the boss of all the Greek gods.
Greek Myth Talk.
Good morning, and have we a special show lined up for you? I'll be talking to some Greek gods. So let's start with the wife of the chief Greek god, Mrs. Kronos. So, Mrs. Kronos, I understand that your husband had a rather nasty habit.
Yeah, that's right.
What did he do? Did he put his sandals up on the furniture?
He ate all our babies.
Well, let's bring him out. Kronos! So, Mr. Kronos, you ate all your babies.
Yes, I did.
How many exactly?
6.
Why did you do it?
Because there was this prophecy that one of my children was going to take over my throne.
So you ate them all?
Better safe than sorry. Well, it worked, didn't it? I'm still top god.
Do all top gods have to worry about their children taking their jobs?
What are you getting at?
Well, didn't you only get your father's job by cutting off his dangly bits with a sickle?
So what if I did?
So, Mrs. Kronos, I believe you have a little something to tell your husband.
You know you think you ate all 6 of our children?
Yeah.
Well, you only ate 5.
What?
The last one was just a little rock I wrapped up in a blanket.
You never.
Yes, Kronos, you thought you had eaten him, but he is here tonight. Please welcome your son, Zeus.
Yeah, how'd you like that, Dad?
Please, guys, please. Well, Zeus, your father ate all your brothers and sisters. He thought he had eaten you. Is there anything you'd like to say to him?
Yeah, there is. Dad, you know how my mum brought me up?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, now you're going to bring up my brothers and sisters.
What are you talking about?
I poisoned your drink. You're going to sick 'em up.
What?
And he has! Kronos has just thrown up his now fully grown children. I must remind you that all our guests on this programme are Greek gods. So please don't try this at home.
Look at you. Oh, you look lovely.
Well, that is certainly the most unusual family reunion. Join us after the break when we'll be using a DNA test to find out if Greek hero Oedipus really did marry his mother. See you then. I think we're going to need a lot of tissue.
Tall tale trenches.
I was particularly enchanted by something Velikovsky proposed in a work still unpublished at the time. He claimed that, in the earliest remembered epoch, the planet Saturn dominated the sky, close to the Earth, presiding over the mythic Golden Age. It was an outrageous idea, and yet I found in it the inspiration for a life's work. Ancient cultures the world over insisted that an exemplary sun once ruled the sky. For the Egyptians, this former power was the creator Atum-Ra, ruling from the center and summit of the sky. In ancient Mesopotamia, we see the primeval sun as a great turning wheel in the heavens, and the astronomers named this body as the planet Saturn. It was from the Romans that we received the planet's name, Saturn. But an archaic Latin name for Saturn was Sol, the sun. In earlier Greek texts, the planet Saturn, called Kronos, was also named Helios, the sun. Even the alchemists preserved this preposterous identity. They called Saturn the best son. Best son, superior son, exemplary son. The core idea always pointed directly to the axis of the sky, the celestial pole around which the heavens visually turn. As improbable as it may seem, this is where the Egyptians located their primeval sun god, Atum. This motionless spot in the heavens is precisely where later astronomical traditions from Greece to Persia and China all claimed that Saturn had ruled the world, a contradiction of every principle we take for granted today. Ancient chroniclers insisted that the planet Saturn, now just a speck in the sky, had presided over the Golden Age, an epoch of abundance, cosmic harmony, and grandeur. The archaic name of Italy was Saturnia, and tradition held that this very name was given to the original site of Rome. The Sabbath, the special day of rest and reverence, was Saturni Dies, Saturn's Day, a day honored throughout the Mediterranean, the Near East, and beyond. The popular Roman festival, Saturnalia, was a symbolic return to the Saturnia Regna, Saturn's reign, the Golden Age. Much symbolic content of our own New Year's and Christmas celebrations will trace to the Roman Saturnalia and related ancient festivals. In one form or another, every culture that remembered Saturn's reign regarded the planet god as the father of kings, the father of the nation or the race. Ancient traditions identified the Ugaritic and Hebrew El as Saturn, and it was said that the Israelites once saw themselves as Saturn's children. In the same way, the Greeks invoked Kronos as their first father. And the Romans insisted that they were the true descendants of Saturn, arriving in Italy through the adventures of the legendary ancestor Aeneas. But there was a dark side to Saturn, reflecting the catastrophic end of the Golden Age. This was when, in the words of Manilius, Saturn, the first father, fell to the opposite end of the world axis. This sudden onset of chaos, when heaven itself seemed to fall out of control, has haunted civilizations across the millennia, erupting as doomsday anxiety, the fear that what happened once will happen again. It's almost impossible to believe that ancient people sacrificed their own children, either symbolically or literally, to the planet god Saturn. Saturn was remembered as the devourer of his own children, and as Moloch, demanding sacrifice, and as El, or the Elohim, commanding Abraham to sacrifice his own son, Isaac. In the face of evidence that cannot be denied, the reasonable course is to bring the catastrophic source of these memories into the light of day.
In Greek mythology, Galatea is the name of a statue that came to life after her sculptor fell in love with her. As artists, we find the concept of breathing life into art quite romantic. But if any art we have created comes close to coming alive, it would be our memento pearl. It is traditional jewelry that uses 21st century technology. Inside each memento pearl is a near-field communications chip. Using our Galatea app, a voice message can be recorded and played back whenever the pearl touches the enabled NFC mobile phone and other NFC devices.
My love, within this pearl, I will always be with you.
Think of it as a locket that will hold your innermost thoughts and dreams, your memories and your love until the end of time. Imagine being able to record and play the words I love you, echoing into eternity. Your wedding vows, happy birthday greetings, your children's laughter. The Galatea Memento Pearl is more than just a pearl. It is not a thing, it is a being. This pearl is born when the person who gives it to another breathes life into it with words, images, and memories. You decide what the Memento Pearl will say and contain for your loved ones. No one will live forever, but your voice will live on close to the one you love for generations. We hope you can relive your happiness, your laughter, and all your precious moments with this jewelry. The Memento Pearl by Galatea. Jewelry by artists.